Let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the one skill that AI, no matter how advanced it gets, just can't replicate. And this skill, well, it's the very thing that's going to define your value in this wild new era of technology.
I mean, think about it. Right now, AI can spot diseases like a seasoned doctor. It can draft a legal contract. It can even debug code like a top-tier programmer. It's a total game changer. But this huge leap forward also forces a really uncomfortable question on all of us.
No, really. If an AI can handle the technical parts of so many jobs, what's left? What makes you truly essential? What makes you valuable? And this isn't some far-off hypothetical thing. This is the defining question of right now. And here's why it feels so urgent. McKinsey estimates that 300 million jobs are going to be impacted by AI in the next decade. That's a massive society-shifting number. It's easy to look at that and feel a little bit of panic, but you know what? That number doesn't tell the full story. What's really wild is just the speed of all this. Look at this. It took Instagram 2.5 years to get to 100 million users. And that felt fast. ChatGPT did it in just 2 months. This isn't some slow-moving wave we can watch from the shore. It's a tsunami, and it's moving faster than anything we've ever seen. But here's the twist. There's a fundamental flaw baked into this incredible technology, a core weakness that most people just don't see. AI isn't what you think it is, and understanding this one thing, well, it changes everything. So here's the crucial point. AI doesn't think, it predicts. It's basically a super-powered pattern-matching machine. It sifts through an unbelievable amount of data and just makes a really, really good guess about what word should come next. But here's the thing. Predicting isn't understanding. It's not thinking. And that gap right there, that's where you come in. Let me give you a perfect real-world example of this. So in 2023, a lawyer used ChatGPT to help him with a legal filing. He asked it to find some previous court cases that would support his argument, and the AI served up what looked like a perfect list of case citations. But then, when the case got to the judge, oops, the judge discovered something unbelievable. Not a single one of those 6 cases was real. ChatGPT, in its effort to predict what a legal citation should look like, just invented them, completely made them up. That lawyer, well, he was humiliated and got into a lot of trouble with the court. This whole phenomenon actually has a name. It's called a hallucination, and it's AI's greatest weakness. It can state something that's completely false with absolute 100% confidence because it doesn't know anything. It's not asking itself, wait, is this true? It's just predicting the next word. And this story shows exactly where you become irreplaceable. Your value isn't in just spitting out facts. AI can do that way faster. Your value is in all the skills that fill that gap, the gap left by AI's inability to actually think. These skills are what we call your human edge. They boil down to 3 things: contextual judgment, ethical reasoning, and creative problem solving. So let's break those down real quick. Okay, so contextual judgment. That's about reading the room, something AI is terrible at. It's understanding your company's vibe or a client's mood. Ethical reasoning is about making those tough calls when there isn't a clear right or wrong answer. And creative problem solving, that's what you do when the rulebook gets thrown out, like in a crisis. When there's no old data for the AI to analyze, you have to find a new way forward. Now, the best news of all is that critical thinking isn't some magic ability you're just born with. Nope, it's a muscle. And just like any other muscle, you can train it and make it stronger. Here are 3 really simple exercises you can do. First, just question everything. Ask for the source. Ask for the evidence. Second, actively try to poke holes in your own thinking. And third, get comfortable asking the really hard questions that maybe nobody else wants to ask. And here's a powerful way to challenge your own ideas. It's a technique called steel manning. It's the exact opposite of building a straw man argument. Instead of tearing down a weak version of the other side's point, you build the strongest, most convincing version of their argument you possibly can, even better than they could. It forces you to really understand a different perspective. And maybe the single most powerful exercise of all is just asking yourself this one simple, very humbling question. Just pausing to consider, could I be wrong? That right there, that's the foundation of real thinking. So, let's put it all together. It's time to reframe our whole relationship with AI. It's not your replacement, it's a tool. And the best way to think about it is this. You are not the calculator. You're the mathematician.
Just look at this breakdown. The calculator, the AI, it processes data. It follows the rules. It generates stuff. But you, the mathematician, you do the important work. You decide which questions to ask in the first place. You verify the answers, and you use the tool to find totally new solutions.
And just remember, when handheld calculators showed up, did mathematicians become obsolete? Of course not. Their work became more powerful, more ambitious. They were freed up from all the boring calculations to focus on higher-level thinking. And that's exactly the moment we're in right now.
So, the single most important takeaway here is this. The future belongs to the person who knows how to work with AI, but isn't blindly dependent on it. The person who uses AI to make their own critical thinking sharper, not to replace it. That right there is your human edge. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Thinking about things like judgment, ethics, and creativity. What do you think is the one thing that AI will truly absolutely never be able to do?